SideStreet, cat also known as the FN, is back at it.
Yo, what's happening? SideStreet Kid, back with another edition, SideStreet Stories. I think this is episode 22. Let's get into it. So, this story right here, let's see, the year had to be 2005. Oh shit. Now Ray calling me. Hold on, I'm about to start the video over. Alright, yeah. SideStreet Kid, we back again. Little interruption. Ray hit me up for a second. Ray Murray, Organized Noise. Man, my cousin, we tap in all the time, but I just thought it was funny. I was just starting up this story, and then he called me in, and he tapped in. But yeah. So anyway, where was I? 2005. All right. So at this time, my son's mom is pregnant with him. I don't remember how many months, but she was getting up there. She had to be 7-8 months or something at this time. She good, showing she can't like record and perform and stuff anymore, whatever. So she just pretty much be at the house all day making shit happen. You know what I mean? So she had put this show together for me, like where I was like headlining the show, and I want to say it's probably the first time I did a show in Atlanta that wasn't like something like a showcase kind of vibe or something. So I mean, she did it big though. She had radio promo, all kind of stuff going on. I remember going up to the radio station and doing the top 1 at 1 with Ramona the Bro. That was dope. I know Witch Doctor came up there with me, and I want to say Backbone and Cool Breeze all came with me up there to do the top 1 at 1. But yeah, shout out Ramona the Bro, that was dope. So we did that, you know, promo going crazy. I remember the show lineup was me. It was me, Big Rube, G-Rock, I want to say it was Sham Don. It was G-Rock and C Smooth, as they was doing the group at the time, Sham Don. And then who else? Rico was hosting, Rico Wade was hosting, and Future was on the bill with me. And I think that was it. If I'm forgetting somebody, I feel bad about that. I think that was it though. So yeah, so anyway, I don't even remember what Club Chocolate might have turned into. What I know it was on the east side, right? But it was a nice spot, blah blah blah, all this kind of shit. So night of comes, and like it was like packed in there, right? We didn't know what was going on. Like I didn't know what the turnout was gonna be. Like I never even had a record out. Like people don't know I'm like, people know what it is. They not even saying my name right on the radio. They calling me SideStreet the Kid. You know what I mean? Which was cool at the time, because I didn't really, like, I don't even think I was going by SideStreet Kid yet. Like, originally it was just Kid. Then eventually, you know, doing shit, Backbone kind of stuff. I got the name SideStreet for Backbone, right? So, and I was trying to just use SideStreet because I never really had a rap name that I felt comfortable with. And Kid is just like my actual name. It's like short for my real name, right? So, so I try to go with SideStreet, and people was saying it SideStreet. They'll be like, yeah, SideStreet, you know, Kid. And it kind of got shortened to SideStreet Kid. And so I just like, fuck, that's just what it's gonna be. But on the radio at the time, they calling me SideStreet the Kid, right? And I'm like, cool, whatever. It's kind of catchy, right? So, so the night of, it's packed, right? We go in there like, oh shit, this shit packed. I don't know what's going on. It's like a lot going on, right? Everybody showed up. Everybody's in the building, and everything. So, originally, I want to say Future was supposed to open the show. Future was supposed to open the show, and then it was gonna be Future, then me. Because even though it was my show, I wasn't looking at myself as like the headliner like that. I didn't want to close the show out, right? I'm just trying to get my shit off. You know what I mean? So it was gonna be Future, then me, then Big Rube and his brother was performing for the first time too. We had been doing songs, and we was doing the song together, a song I was on with them. And then it was gonna be G-Rock and C Smooth was closing out the show. So I just remember it started, and as soon as we start, we backstage. I look at Future, I go, man, you ready? Let's do it. And Future was behind the curtain. You know, the curtain was still down on the stage, so he behind the curtain. He look out the curtain, he go, man, you see all them folk out there? He like, man, I didn't know it was gonna be like that. He said, I don't think I'm ready. Like that, right? I said, what? I'm like, what you mean you not ready? Like, come on, man, this is what the fuck we've been working for. Like, let's do it. We got plenty records, you know what I mean? We got all kinds of shit. And, you know, 05, that's like after the Connect had like broke back down into individual acts, and so they had records out. Future had new shit solo that I had heard already. I knew that shit was tight, but he had never performed them, so, you know, he don't think he ready. So I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right. So I think instead, Big Rube was like, he didn't give a fuck. He'll go first, right? Which I was like, man, not Big Rube. Like, you wanted the powerhouse. Like, you can't open the show. But I'm like, fuck, I ain't got no. And I didn't want to open the show because I'm like, shit, we got to crank it up some kind of way. So he like, nah, it makes sense because then you going to do the song with us, then you can perform next, blah, blah, blah. So we do it that way. And we rock. I remember we rocked that shit. It was kind of a blur to me, like the actual stage section of it, because shit, I ain't gonna front. I was probably terrified. I think I was terrified up there. But, you know, we did it. We rocked. I know it was dope because of the response we got, like afterwards, during, all that kind of stuff. Like, it was dope. Right? So, after that, G-Rock and C Smooth going. Now, you know, Rico Wade is hosting, so he's bringing the people out. He's blah, 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 you know, make sure everybody get drinks, woo, woo, woo. Which later on, when I started doing my Think New shows, I took a lot of cues from how Rico hosted that night as to how to host a show, you know what I mean? So, so G-Rock and them come out, G-Rock and C Smooth, they doing their thing, that shit rocking, and all I remember is he pulled a song out that I heard him talk about, but man, that shit was, in the moment, it was cringy, right? So the song was called Powda. And he just, it was like he just wanted to snap or something. Eric, he would just, the whole hook was like naming people who like do powder, I guess, you know what I mean? Powder head, powder head, powder head, you powder head. He just going in, right? And he was like, oh shit. And then I just, cause I was like sitting at the bar or something by now, right? And that shit, it seemed like just extra loud through the speaker. He like, Rico Wade, you a powder head, powder head. Right? So it was like, what the fuck is going on, right? And so I just remember that night it being like extra, like about everything, you know what I mean? It was like a big deal, you know what I mean? Everything got patched up later on, all this kind of stuff, but it was like, it's kind of a big deal. It was like, why did you do that song? Like, what the hell going on, yada, yada, yada. But, I mean, all in all, it was like a monumental night, though. Like, being able, even though it wasn't like the big acts, I want to say it was the first time we was representing like a Dungeon Family banner like that, but it wasn't necessarily Outkast or Goody Mob that was performing. It wasn't even like Witch Doctor or Cool Breeze, Backbone, nothing like that, because of course, you know, we didn't have the money to pay them like that at the time, you know what I mean? So we was just trying to hold it down as being like the next wave kind of vibe, and to get that kind of response was really dope. So that's why, like, I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't know if they was beefing at the time or something. I was like, oh shit, I got lost there, you know what I mean? But I don't think it was that big of a deal. This dude almost ran into the back of me just now. I don't think it was that big of a deal. It was just a little like why would you do that? You know what I mean? At the moment. And I'm sure he had his reasons, whatever that may have been. But yeah, man, like always, I fuck with everybody, you know what I mean? I never really had problems with people, you know. Most people around know I had my little issue with Cool Breeze for a while or whatever, but that wasn't even nothing either. That was just, you know what I mean? That was like some brother type, you know, disagreement and shit or whatever. We wasn't even disagreeing. That shit was just a whole other, just the way the cards fell type shit. But yeah, like I fuck with everybody. You know what I mean? Whoever, G-Rock, Cool Joe, whoever. I can't speak for them. They might have feelings about Kid. I don't fuck the Kid, or I don't like how he moves this way, that way. But if you ask me, I'm like, I ain't got no problems with niggas. I fuck with everybody. You know what I mean? And nobody's ever expressed that they had problems with me, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, man. But that was cool. Like it was a big deal at the time. It definitely, I think, put new wind into the movement and what we was doing at that time, especially like with Dungeonese on the bubble, and us starting to work on that kind of stuff, work on the album, new music, all that kind of stuff with Dungeonese. It just came in perfect timing, you know what I mean? And I do want to say rest in peace to my son's mother. She passed away a few years ago, you know what I mean? But she definitely put that together with just being on the phone, making them phone calls, setting up meetings. I would go talk to people. She'd be like, you got to talk to this person, that person, go meet with them, blah, blah, blah. I set up this interview, you know, that kind of stuff. But she was hustling. She made it happen, you know what I mean? So definitely rest in peace to Asia, DJ Asia. You know what I mean? And salute, man. I think that'd be Side Street Story episode 22. Tap in, you know what I mean, with me. Side Street Kid, the effing, on all streaming platforms. I got a couple albums up there. You know what I mean? Check out Good Kush, Good Drink, Bad Girls. Check out the effing. Check out Push Button Future. Check out my poetry album, If Heaven Ever Spoke. I got new stuff coming. The album I'm working on now is called Delamo Forever. And I'm doing that with Mystic out of Soundview, original producer out of Carson. You know what I mean? People who know me know I only really work with Mystic and Diverse and Carson. Like, we was all like one clique at the time. But yeah, we link back together. We making top notch, best music we've never made right now. You know what I mean? And it's coming soon. Tap in with me. Again, Side Street Stories. It's the effing, and I'm out.
Controversy gang leader. Studio.